Good morning, guys. We are in the Supercar Street Racing beautiful sunroom. You can see the beautiful water right behind us right there. And we are here to talk about the OXS 3.2.1 Dolby Atmos soundbar. OXS contacted Supercar Street Racing, wanted to know if we were interested in getting this thing in for you guys to take a look at and review. And I had the perfect place to put this right where we're standing right now in the Supercar Street Racing sunroom. Now every day I get out here in the Supercar Street Racing sunroom and I am doing an hour of work on my treadmill you can see right here below me. And when I do that, I go ahead and put on YouTube on the TV there to give me something to do for an hour while I exercise. But there's one big problem. This television here is not designed for sound quality. This is a Hisense television, and the last thing on their mind when they made this TV was putting great speakers into it. You can tell when you crank up the audio. And so every day I grab these K-video headphones, I put them on, and I watch YouTube right here as I work out. But I need a better solution. Sometimes people come over and they want to watch sports out here in the sunroom when it's nice outside. And when they do, this speaker is not good enough to handle that amount of sound. Also, there is no surround sound in this sunroom area. So this will add Dolby Atmos processing at least to the soundbar and some Dolby Atmos speakers. Now the OXS soundbar has 6 drivers in it for a total of 230 watts. That's a lot for a little soundbar. This thing has the center channel, the upward firing Dolby Atmos, and the subwoofer all built into one piece, which is awesome. The whole system in conjunction with each other offers less than 1% THD. Now the OXS audio claims that the subwoofer will reach down to 53 Hertz, meaning the subwoofer range goes low. The smaller the driver, the harder it is to produce low frequency sounds. Now this guy does decode Dolby Atmos, which is awesome. It provides home theater quality sound in a soundbar. Now the way this guy produces high quality 3D surround-like experiences is it projects the sound all the way around you. Now that we've explored all of the cool features of the OXS soundbar, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed and see what they gave us and see the quality and the packaging on the OXS soundbar. All right, we're right in front of the OXS soundbar now, and right in front of me you see the box here, and on the front of the box it does say that it supports eARC. It has a feature called Sky Channel, and that apparently is the speakers that fire upward into the ceiling. You can see it's 3.1.2 on the front there. Also noted right here that it is HDMI compatible and also Dolby Atmos. And on the side of the box it just does say OXS, and I correct myself, it does have a Bluetooth thing on the side here saying that it does support Bluetooth. It does support eARC, optical, auxiliary, USB player, or HDMI, and it does have a remote. And that's about it for the box. There's just a picture of the thing on the back. But let's go ahead and flip this over now. And right here on the back you can see that it does say immersive sound and experience with 3D technology. Dialogue technology makes everything stand out, and then flexible bass with a sub built in. It does have 5 different EQ settings for you to choose from: standard, voice, music, or movie, or night as well. All right, inside of the box with the OXS soundbar, immediately on top you can see an accessories package right here. Looks like it has a few things included with it, like a power supply, maybe a power cable, maybe an optical cable, it looks like maybe an HDMI cable, some screws, some batteries, and a remote. So let's go ahead and remove this packaging. We don't need that where we're going. Or this. And right inside, that is in fact the accessory box right there that we did pull right out of the OXS audio packaging. And directly on top you see a short optical cable, probably, I don't know, 2 feet optical cable. That's nice that they gave you an optical cable with it. There is also 1 HDMI cable, so if you're using eARC, you've got your HDMI cable right there. There is the remote control for it. That's what the remote control looks like. Here is a power supply, an actual power supply, and it uses that standard appliance type cord on the end. And on the other side, it has the pin tube type power supply. There is a installation instruction manual, a quick start guide kind of here in there. And then there is the actual power cable right here. Like I said, it's the appliance type cable. I forgot the actual name of this connector on the end. And then some lovely screws to mount this with, and some awesome batteries. They gave you a set of batteries as well. Let's go ahead and get these batteries into the remote. Go ahead and open this remote up and get this thing batteried up. Batteries are installed in the OXS remote. Now for the soundbar itself, I think we should get it out of the packaging and get this box off the table. And it did come out of the packaging easy, and included was this nice template for you to go ahead and drill your pilot holes to install this into your wall. All you have to do is level this out and then go ahead and drill where it says pilot hole, and you can hang this directly from your wall. Now there's a full instruction manual right here as well included. There's the OXS soundbar, looking so fly and so fresh. Very high quality looking soundbar. I do like it. You can see on the back, the subwoofer, it does have the, looks like a 4-inch sub right here on the back. A little bit of packaging, and it does have a little diagram of the bass port on the back, which is interesting. It actually shows you that the bass flows through and out of this little tuned horn part right there on the back. And then the inputs are very clearly visible here. Let's spin that around for you guys. You have a variety of inputs here. You have the power input here. You have an auxiliary, a USB, an optical, an in, and an out. So basically, if you want to connect a device directly to this, you will come in and then you'll go out to your TV. If you're going to use eARC, all you have to do is connect the HDMI cable to your TV's eARC, and then your actual device or your television itself will play into this soundbar. And then on the front, you can see this Dolby Atmos logo here, and then also the OXS logo. And on top, it looks like you have a volume control, a power button, a Bluetooth on, and then I think an input indicator here. So you would click this through to go through the actual inputs on the soundbar. Now, if we flip the soundbar over, you can clearly see the wall mounts here, and you can see that the pilot holes will match up with your holes on the back. All you have to do is drill at that spot, and you should be able to hang your OXS soundbar from a screw. Now, don't forget, if you do have drywall, you cannot just use drywall screws if you don't go into a stud. So you will have to use drywall inserts. Those were included with the soundbar's mounting kit right there. You can see 2 drywall anchors right there for your pleasure and your mounting enjoyment. And that is all that we can see here on the OXS audio. If you kind of look closely on top, you can see the Dolby Atmos speakers poking right there. Pretty cool. They're right here on top. Very neat. All right, let's look at our install options for the OXS soundbar in our specialty install area right here in the sunroom. It is not an ideal location for installation. I will show you guys that next. All right, we just unpackaged the OXS soundbar. You saw all of the included options with the soundbar. The packaging was awesome. The included accessories were very cool. Now it's time to get this thing connected to this television right here and see if it makes a big difference in our sound quality in the sunroom. All right, we're right here in front of Supercar Street Racing video jukebox playing 24/7. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But right here you can see this Hisense television does not have a great sound quality record. Now, one of the things I want to do in the future is put a 5.1 surround sound system in the sunroom and move the sound and everything up to the ceiling and mount a TV up here in the ceiling as well. But for now, we're going to go ahead and use this OXS soundbar to improve the sound quality of this Hisense television. When they made this television, the last thing that they ever cared about was sound quality. They wanted to get a good, cheap television to the market, and that's exactly what they did. Now you can see my corner mounting technique here. All I did was screw the Hisense directly to this shelf. And then this other side just is hanging off like willy-nilly into nowhere. So we have to look at our options for inputs on the soundbar now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have on the TV as options. All right, since it's very hard to get to the back of the TV, I've got the phone right here ready to go to record what's back here. Let's see if we can even see that now. There's the inputs. I'm gonna go ahead and look at all of the inputs now, but it looks like 2 HDMIs, a VGA. Oh, there's more inputs at the bottom and an optical audio output. That's what it is. There is more at the bottom. All right, now we know what we have. We went ahead and checked out our options for installing the OXS soundbar on the TV, and it looks like we have many options. The easiest option might be the optical port if I can get the actual connector in there. This will not fit, as you can clearly see, will not fit right there. It would have to go right here. Let's go ahead and get this TV unbolted from where it is, and we're just going to simply move it to the regular position right here. Let's get this TV unbolted and go ahead and move it over and just go ahead and do the soundbar like that, since we don't use that area very much right now. Boy, I used the long screw on that one. Was that necessary? Maybe not. When I installed this television, I simply bolted right through the foot here. This wise cam will also have to move, and this TV should just simply move now. Oh, we might not have room for the soundbar. But now that we have the TV disconnected, we can go ahead and use the optical cable. All right, it is connected, and we do have a signal now. And what we're going to do now is put our soundbar up here. All right, I'm hooking up the optical cable now. I clearly saw an optical light in the port, and I saw optical out. I see light on this side of the port. Let's swap the input to optical. Okay, I'm an idiot. I realize now that I did have Bluetooth on from the headphones. Let's go ahead and turn off the internal speakers. 3,000 watt. And here's 1,000 watt. It is on. There's the volume control on the soundbar. We have a bass up and down control, and you definitely feel the bass when you turn that up. There's the presets. It is on standard now. I put it on movie, and I have the bass all the way up on the control. Sounds good. There's enough volume to override the, it is not wide open yet. The volume's very clear. The dialogue's awesome.
His inaction is difficult for me to accept.
The bass is good. Very impressive. The volume is on 50 right now, I believe. And it's set for movie. That's volume 60. Sounds great. It's got really good bass, nice high frequencies. There's the treble. Treble is accessible from this little snowflake on the menu. Okay, we just connected the OXS soundbar right here in the sunroom and took a listen to it. You guys heard what I thought about it when we got it connected. Now it's time to see how you guys can pick one up for yourself. Let's throw it out to the Supercar Street Racing Studio A and look at this soundbar online and see where you can buy your own. Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. On the end of this video, we love to show you guys what you can get on Amazon, and right in front of me, we have the OXS soundbar. Now, this soundbar does have 230 watts of power. It has 6 drivers. It has 2 on top, 2 on the front, a center channel, and a 4-inch subwoofer with an awesome bass port. So basically, the subwoofer gives you the ability to have Dolby Atmos type sound, where you only have have room for a soundbar. And checking right here, you can see this guy has 4.3 star reviews, 25 reviews. I absolutely love this thing. It sounded great. It has a bass and treble adjustment. If you don't want to do bass and treble, it has 5 different EQ settings that you can take advantage of, a remote control, every possible type of input you could want. You can go in with eARC, meaning your TV feeds the audio to the soundbar. You can go HDMI in and then feed this to your TV. You can go optical, you can go auxiliary, or you can go Bluetooth, all in this one awesome soundbar from OXS. Right here in front of us, you can see the drivers here. There's 2 on top, 2 in the front, 1 in the center, and 1 sub, and OXS has really outdone themselves in this thing. I played a Dolby Atmos movie on it. I played Dune 2 while I was sitting there working out, and this thing absolutely sounded great. It drowned out the noise from my actual treadmill and gave me the ability to not have to use those bulky, uncomfortable headphones while I'm on the treadmill. You can see right here how this guy produces 3D sound. It creates sound by projecting it from all around you, and it includes above, side, and front. This is showing you the 6 ways you can connect this guy to your TV or computer. This can actually just be a Bluetooth speaker. It does not have a battery, so you will have to have power, but still, you can just use this as a Bluetooth speaker if you want to. So go down to the link in the description. There will be an official link to go ahead and purchase your OXS S5 soundbar. Go ahead and grab one for Supercar Street Racing. And thank you so much for 101,000 subscribers. We had a nice subscriber party yesterday when we did it, and my family was in there. It was the most awesome thing ever. Support Supercar Street Racing, support our vendors, like and subscribe, buy your soundbar or any other thing you want through that official link. You can buy anything you want. Click the link in the description, get anything you want from Amazon, and it helps us out so greatly. But we got to get out of here right now. We got to go to Cliffs and we need a Uber. Let's get out of here. Hey, Uber, are you here yet? Uber. Not here.